Welcome back to Giveaway CPA, and in this video we're going to be talking about applying to the RevResponse network so that you can begin to promote their offers. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to do right away is you want to make sure to read RevResponse's rules, and we're actually going to be doing that in this video because they really are and really do hold the key to your being able to successfully apply to the network so they will accept you to promote these valuable offers. Now, the other thing you're going to want to do is to make sure to read through their terms. And these are pretty boilerplate terms that you would have with any CPA offer. We're not going to go over that in this video. We encourage you to read that and read it completely so that once you are accepted, that you don't begin to generate commissions and then have those commissions either extracted or taken away from you for violating any of those terms. So again, we're not going to go over the terms in this video. Once you're accepted, we encourage you to read those terms. Now, you are going to actually be applying as a publisher, and that's going to be pretty important. And let's take a look at the rules as they stand and as they're stated by RevResponse. When you apply to RevResponse, owning your site is going to be important, and RevResponse does require it. So you do need to have a site that you are not only the owner of, but that you are in control of. And this pretty much means that when you register your domain, you want to make sure that if possible, you have a domain where your name or your company's name does show up so that when you make application, it's going to be fairly obvious that it is your company, it is you that actually controls the domain name if they go and they look through the who is area of the domain. So that is something that's possible. It doesn't happen necessarily all the time, but it is something that you want to be prepared for when you make application. The other thing is that you do want to have control over the site, and they're going to verify that typically by putting a file on your site or in some way. They're going to want you to verify that you can control the FTP, that you have the right to put something on that site, and that they can verify that with a file. Now, this is going to be, again, a fairly easy process if you've already done this with WordPress, if you've already done anything with your web work. But again, the most important thing is that this really does not need to be something like WordPress.com or Blogger.com or any site that you do not have explicit control over to go in and change something whenever you want to. They want you to be not only the owner, but in control. And this is in general. You want to try not to use a new domain, one that is newly registered. If possible, try to use one of your domains that's already been in existence, has a little age to it. It's been around for a little while. Now, again, this is not always going to be possible. In some cases, you might be new to internet marketing. You might just not have a domain that you haven't been using. But again, try to use a domain that has already been around, that's already been established. If you can use a website that's already been established and getting business-based traffic, that's even better. Now, there is something that we do need to mention here with respect to your domain, and you want to avoid domains like things that say instant cash or things that would communicate the same things that might be appealing to people who want to make money right now. Again, this is a business professional oriented network, and you want to cater to that as you make your application. Now, RevResponse requires that your site should be live, it should be functional, and it should be updated. So they're going to check your website. They're going to want to look at it to see if it's something that you're posting to, or at the very least, it looks like there is activity, that there looks like there is traffic. They're probably going to want to go and check something like Alexa. So again, this should be a website, if possible, that you're already using, right? That's already getting traffic. So if make sure that it's one that at the very least that they can go to and tell that you are an internet marketer, that this isn't something that you're just kind of dropping into, that it's something that is part of your business. What RevResponse wants to do is to help you to monetize existing traffic. Now, in some cases, it's not going to be possible if you haven't been doing this, but at the very least, you want to give the appearance that you're already getting traffic and you're looking to monetize that traffic with RevResponse. They want you to be able to find traffic, and it should be obvious to them that your site, that your business model is relevant to B2B, right? It's relative to B2B. And so if you don't have any idea of what that means, here's what you can do to get familiar with what a B2B site looks like. Go over to the Warrior Forum and JVZoo and check out the websites of marketers in the offline niche. Right? And when you do that, what you want to do is you want to check out their marketer to marketer sites. So in other words, look at the websites of individuals who are in the offline niche and they are selling information products to other offline marketers. Right? And they're going to have offers on the JVZoo network. So you should be able to look at them and kind of get a sense for what it is that they are actually doing, what it is that they talk about on their blogs or on their website. Now, the other thing that you want to do, and again, we're talking about what you're going to do in order to create the kind of website that's going to be acceptable to RevResponse. You need to be able to tell them that you have B2B traffic or that you can get it. And one of the other ways that you can do that is you will find that many of those same offline marketers are going to have websites where they market their services to small business. And you want to take a look and see the things that they are talking about on their site. You want to take a look at the look of their site. And when you make application to RevResponse, if you can, you want to mirror some of those things, mirror some of the discussion, mirror the look on some of the sites. You are making application to a business-to-business network, and it's important that you give them not just the impression, but that you understand their market, because they want you to be successful in generating the right kind of leads. They don't want to turn over leads to their customer that maybe we're not fully thought out, that we're not the right kind of leads. They want to make sure that they invest the time in accepting you, that you are able to generate the kind of leads that's going to make them look good as a network, and that they can actually pay you for and make you a happy publisher in their network. Okay, so as you make an application to the RevResponse network, there is a link in this slide presentation. There is a link in the PDF, and you can click the link that says make sure to read RevResponse's rules. You can actually apply and start your application process to RevResponse. Understanding those rules, you can be successful in being a publisher on the network. Understanding that this is a business-to-business network, and you want to make sure that you give the appearance and that you give them confidence that you're going to be able to generate that kind of traffic. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.